Okay guys, the time is here. Land is officially live, so it's time to get my plots up and running. I'm still debating exactly what to do since I don't have enough time crystals, but I just want to get a couple of my plots up and running, mainly the grain ones. So we're going to start with my first plot in region 23. Okay, so this one is a rare natural swamp. So I'm going to get that 10% bonus. And I'm also going to throw an extra 10% onto this with a common totem. So let me check my notes. Okay, so we're going revealers, 3 revealers, Magi Necrosi, and Pellicor Bandit. Okay. Let's see if it added it. Just waiting for it to confirm. So it's just kind of swirling. Okay, it's got a check mark by it, but it says empty. So I don't know if it added it or not. And I am going to add a totem, but I have to claim my totems. Okay, common totem claim. We're going to do 2. Yeah, because my thought is I want to have a couple of my rares up and going right away, and I want to throw the totems on there to get the as much grain as I can. And of course it didn't save changes. Okay, so Pellicor Bandit. Try this again. Magi Necrosi, and then 3 revealers. One, 2, and 3. Okay, it's got a check mark. Okay, now let's add our artifact. Okay, save changes. So we're going from 0 to 4,800. We're going to confirm. Okay, and we are going to build grain. And yes, I do want to use time crystals. I have to stake DEC to the region. It's only going to cost me 14,000. Let's go ahead and do that. Get this plot up and running. Alright, so let's go back. Doing grain, build instantly. $165 time crystals. And go. So I have enough time crystals I could do 5 of my plots. I could do 3 of my rares and 2 of my commons right away, and it would only cost me like an extra 45 time crystals. Okay. So we got the swamp up and running. 116 grain per hour. One thing it sounds like too is you can harvest every hour, and every time you harvest, you've got a chance of getting a totem fragment. So in the beginning, I was like, well, you really don't need to harvest that often. But if every hour you have a chance of getting a totem fragment, I guess you want to harvest as often as you can. Okay, so that is plot number 1. Now I have 3 plots in region 43. And once again, I know that for my, I'm going to want to get my rare plot up and going right away. And we're going to want this one also to produce grain. So this is 4368, my rare mountain. This gets Gin and Ferny, so very easy. Add the power core. So just a single BCX of this gold foil epic in all 5 slots will give me, at least for me, decent production. I mean, you know, I don't have the diamond and champ cards. I don't have the maxed out alpha betas and untamed and getting all the crazy multipliers and 50,000, you know, production points per plot. I mean, realistically, it's going to be, you know, 3,000 to 6,000 a plot. Okay, so now this one. I think this one I also want to add another totem because I have 2 other plots in this same region. So let's go ahead and save changes. Plus with having these guys single BCX, you know, as I buy an extra one here and there, you know, I can just pop them in. One thing I was thinking about too is I should just combine all 5 and just put it in one slot and leave the other 4 empty, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're going to build this one. Well, let's stake DEC first. Look at that, it only takes 5,000. So 5,000 DEC for 3,300 production is a pretty good ratio. And eventually we can build this up to 33,000 production when we max out the plot. But that's going to be a ways in the future. Okay, so we've got all that. So is it all set? Okay, so we've got our workers, we've got that, got the DEC in the region. Let's build it instantly. It is grain, so I do want to do grain on this one. Let's build that. And that will be plot number 2. All right. So I have 2 other common plots in this region. So the question is which one? Because I'd love to get, I have 2 magical plots, one in 46 and one in 51, but they're both on their own and they're both going to take 450 time crystals to clear, and I can't do basically all of them. 133 I'm going to kind of ignore for now. We'll get to that one later. 48 is also another rare, so you know I could do this one for grain and then just send some of the extra grain over. Really not sure at this point. You know what? I think for now it's late. We're going to just leave it at these 2. So I've got my 2 totems going on 2 rare plots. We've got at least a little bit of grain going. I'm going to go through part 2 of this tomorrow, kind of decide what I want to do for which other of my plots I want to get up and running instantly. But it's going to come down to probably the 2 magical ones are just going to have to get built the slow way, even though it kind of stinks that they're going to take probably like 3 weeks to build. You know, just don't have the funds for the time crystals to build them instantly, but that's the way it goes. But happy to at least get a couple of the plots up and going. So let's see. So if I click on production right now, so it shows, yep, the 1 in 23 is up and running. One of the 3 in region 43 is going, shows my dark energy, how much grain I'm getting per hour, and shows the production, so pretty cool. But yeah, I definitely am going to build at least research on each of my magical plots eventually, and maybe put another research on, even if it's just a common. You know I'm not going to get the 100% bonus, but I just want to get as much research as I can. And since I have 3 in 43, it kind of makes sense that maybe one of those should be research. So there you have it, guys. There's just the beginning of Land. It's a long process. I don't want to rush into everything. I know we've had tons of time to think about it, but still, it's like, just kind of torn between what to do with some of the other plots. But definitely want to get a couple of the grain ones up and running right away, because I want to build up as much grain as I can. So hope you guys are enjoying Land. Let me know in the comments how many plots you have. Have you got yours up and running yet? And what are your thoughts so far on 1.5 going live? So I hope you guys are doing well, and remember, stay the course, keep on forging, and have fun, and we'll see you soon. Definitely tomorrow I will have part 2 and get some more plots rolling, so you guys will be able to check that out. Take care.